Hello guys and welcome back to part 2 in the Ultimate Hunter series. Last video we covered the basics such as pets, talent and rotation. So by now you should be familiar with the DPS rotation and have your stable ready to go for some adventures. In this video we will cover the more technical stuff like stat weight, Azerite traits and utilities. But don't let that scare you, I'll explain it all as good as possible. Starting out with stat weights. On the screen is my simulated single target DPS and the stat weights calculated to it. I suggest you do the same simulation on your own character for more precise measurements. So as you can see, my DPS is 16.4k DPS, and with a quick look at the chart below, the stat priority for me is Agility, Haste, Crit, Versa and Mastery, with the exception for weapon DPS. This is how my stats look in game. As you can see, haste and crit is my top priorities and I'm currently sitting around 21 to 22% in them. So in a perfect world, all the items I have equipped would be filled with haste and crit. However, it's not. So what I'm usually trying to aim for is one of the three top stats, which in this case would be crit, haste or versatility, with haste being the most important of the three. I try to avoid mastery, but sometimes the gods of RNG just loves throwing that 395 item with mastery at you, and in which case the agility makes up for the lack of the best secondary stat. If you are unsure if an item is an upgrade or not, check out Raidbots. They also have an amazing feature called Gear Compare, which lets you sim the new item in both single target and multi-target simulations. Because in this ocean of numbers, it's easy to get lost, and then it's really awesome to have someone else do the math for you. Coming up next is the Azerite Traits, the mother of all RNG, but don't worry, I will guide you through the charts and the mathematics behind the Azerite. Let's go. In the picture, you can see the DPS rankings of all traits. The green color is with 1 trait, the white is with 2 traits, and the blue is with 3 traits. Now getting a triple trait is quite hard, so let's turn pages and check the DPS increase per 1 trait. If I could tell you one thing to take with you from this part, is the trait Wilderness Survival. 1 trait of this bonus is almost mandatory as it reduces the cooldown of the wildfire grenade by 1 second every time you mongoose bite or raptor strike. The chart you can see that it outranks all other traits. Another excellent option is the Blur of Talents, which ties in nicely with your coordinated assault cooldown. The reason I'm showing you guys this is because luck is a big factor in getting the right Azerite traits, and it can feel like an uphill battle if you're out of luck. But watching how they perform on an individual basis makes it a bit easier to pick traits that bring in the most DPS. I will be leaving a link so you can check this page. It's called Blood Mallet and it has Azerite trait ranking and DPS trinket rankings for all the specs and classes in game. It's a really great tool to use. Last part of the video is a practical part, which is our utilities. There are many reasons to bring a hunter to the group, but one of the biggest one is the utilities. From pet tanking mechanics, the spells and slows, to stuns and traps, Hunter got it all. Hunter's got 2 snares, the binding shot and harpoon. Important to think about is when you snare an enemy, it will turn against the closest DPS if it cannot reach a tank. So make sure you don't root something that might end up killing you instead. The other 2 abilities are Tar Trap and Wing Clip, which reduces the enemy movement speed and is far more suitable for tanks to kite them in. That way the monsters won't hit you as they still can chase the tank. Hunter have an interrupt on a 15-second cooldown that is called Muzzle, a freezing trap on a 30-second cooldown, and a stun on a 1-minute cooldown. You can be creative and use the later 2 for interrupting abilities that cannot be kicked, making Hunter a great choice for control. The last category is the buff/other category. Here you can find Primal Rage, which is the Hunter version of Heroism or Bloodlust. It gets applied to everyone in the group or the raid and shares cooldown with the other 2. The other category we also find Flare and Misdirection. Flare can be used in a few dungeons with hidden monsters. Ataldazar got a few invisible patrols, and so does Temple of Sethraliss. Misdirection is a great tool to help the tank get aggro in the start of a pull or in a mass pull by using your grenade's splash. Note that the pet damage doesn't apply to the misdirection effect, only the hunter's damage. In this clip you can see the usage of binding shot on spawns of Gahoon from the infested affix. I put down a binding shot and the Moonkin pushes the monsters so they get rooted by the arrow, preventing them from infesting to another monster. This is a great way to control the infested affix. In this clip I'm using the intimidation ability to stun the mech jockey, interrupting his channeled ability, which you cannot use a normal interrupt effect on, and double dipping in the stun duration to get some damage up on the monster. In this last clip you will see a combination of abilities used to lock the monster down. This is just one of many examples you can control the gameplay as a hunter by using your whole toolkit. And with that guys, this wraps up the second part of the Ultimate Hunter series. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked the video, please like the video. If you want to see more guides and tutorials, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And once again, thank you for watching this video and have an amazing day out there. Bye bye.